Okay, so in this video we're going to be taking a look at installing an EPH CP4 thermostat. Again, specifically on a Vaillant, but I'll show you two versions. I'll show you how to wire it on low voltage and also high voltage. So for the low voltage we'll need more cable, so we'll do that one first. So if we just pop this open, put that to the side. This is what we're going to start off with. So for the low voltage, if we pop, so how to open this, it's a little screw, just undo that, then it should pull open, it's a bit stiff. So for low voltage, we're going to wire up 3 and 2, and I'll show you where that's going to wire to in the boiler. So for the boiler again, you've got your little screw there, we're going to undo. And then our two little tabs, pop them in. Right, so that's that. I've already isolated the electrical supply to the boiler. So I'll pop this down. We're going to be wiring it into 24 volt RT right here. So if you don't have a thermostat originally, you will have a link here that you'll pop out. If you had a thermostat, then you'll probably have cables going into there already, depending if it's low voltage or high voltage, but cool. So first thing we'll do is we'll get our cable. And again, first thing we'll do, just feed it up into the boiler. So how you're going to want to do it is, again, have it going to live and neutral, because we're going to be taking power from live and neutral to power the thermostat. But then we're going to strip this back to here, so then those two cables can go in there. So I'll leave it long enough. Again, I always leave a little bit of slack just in case. And we shall cut it. What's it about here? Alright, so if we wire this side up first. So only need 4 cables for wiring it low voltage, so we'll get rid of the earth. Get rid of the little fluffy thing again. So that's probably going to be too long, so we'll trim these down. Let's say to about there. Get a feel for how long these need to be. Okay, now we've got all our terminals exposed. So that'll probably be a little bit too long. Right, so if we wire out the live first, right, so that's in, let's tighten that. Then if we do our neutral to the neutral there, that's them two. Then what we're going to do, we'll put the black in 3. And the grey in 2. Cool, so got it all wired up, so we got our live, neutral, and then our cables going to the RT. So that's this side wired up, so we can shut that. Now if we do this side, there, we strip it up out here. Again, we'll cut off our earth fairy thing. Alright, so if we put this through now, so we're going to get our live and neutral, they're going to go all the way to the right. So we'll poke all of them through first. We're going to leave our 2 cables for the thermostat in this middle part. Fish these 2 all the way to the end, like that, and then these are going to go in our live and neutral RT. So let's do this one first. Let's pop this out of here. Right, so that's our lives done. That's our neutral, so that's the power done. Pop that in. Again, give them a little pull if you want, make sure they're not going anywhere. Now we're going to do this side. So these ones we cut because they are way too long. Right, so pop these in here. Cut it down a little bit. Get a pull. Pull, cool, they're all good. So that is that all wired up, nice and simple on this thermostat. So let's just shut all this. Again, I've probably tidied it up a little bit, but I'm going to be switching over to the 230 volts. So after this one, cool. So if we shut that, and then you always pretty much want to power them up at the same time. So if you get the batteries out, pull this tab down. That's that. Fire the boiler up as well. Cool. So if we get the thermostat now, and we just turn it up manually just to test that we've done all the wiring correct. Let's just say 23. That should go green. You should get a little radiator symbol come on, and that's it, the boiler's fired up. So again, if we turn it off now, for example, so we're going to turn it below the current room temperature. Just say 18. There you go, that should switch to red. You lose your little radiator symbol, and that is it. That's the low voltage way, the 24 volt way to wire it. What I'll do is I'll now show you how to do it if you want to do 230 volt. So again, if we turn off the power, just pop out the batteries on this. and let's unwire live, neutral, okay. So this time, because we're not doing low voltage, we're not going to use these terminals, so we only need 3 cables this time. We need live, neutral, and a switch live, and that's going to go into that RT. And then how it's different in here, we're going to take out number 2, and we're just going to put a link from 2 to live. So if we do it over here first, let's sort out the boiler. So let's just cut that all the same. It's going to be a tad too long. Alright, so what colour should we pick? Last time I think we picked grey, so this time we'll pick black. Actually, we're not, would make it make sense. Oh yeah, black goes in 3 anyway, so we'll pick black. Then we'll use this cable maybe as the link, so we'll put that there. So again, start with our live, pop that into there. Pop the neutral in. Cool, that's that. Then we're going to take our black cable and pop that into 230 RT. Give it a pull, make sure it's not going nowhere. Alright, so that is the boiler side done. So if you're wiring it for the 230 side, live, neutral, that sends the power to the thermostat. Then when you turn the thermostat on, that then sends the power to the black cable, that then goes to the RT. So let's do this side now. So we're going to leave 3 in, we're going to take 2 out. We don't need that cable at all, so we'll cut that one. Should I use this one for the link? It's a bit tight, we'll use this one. So we're also gonna loosen the live because we're gonna make a link. And how long should we make it? We'll do it about there. So let's put it in the live side first. put that into 2. Right, and that is the wiring. So live and neutral to give it power. Then we turn the thermostat on. It will then give power to there. That will go through and go to the RT. So let's shut that. Put the batteries back in here. Shut this. And again, exactly the same thing. If you turn the temperature up above the current room temperature, that should say 24, that should go to green. Then our boiler should fire up. And then again, to turn it down, and that is that. So that is both wiring ways you can do. You can choose either the 230 or 24 volts. Next, I'll show you how to set this all up and program it. So if you've wired it all up and you've tested it's all okay, first thing we'll do is just set up the time. So if we go and we click on the time button here, then it's going to ask you what year we're in. We are in 2022, so put 22, click OK. Then it's going to ask you for the month. It is the 4th month, as it is April. Then we're going to ask the date, and it is the 9th. So we'll click that. Then we're going to take a look at the actual time. So the time is 14:31. That's the time we'll set. So this here is when you're going to do the programming. So just for now, to click OK, we'll get to that. And that's all that. So if we just click on to auto, then we've set up the time, and that's that. So now if you just want to use it on manual, then you'd click the manual button here, and as long as you turn it to below the current room temperature, that's the current room temperature, then it'll be off. If you turn it anything higher than that, so it's 22 now, if we turn it to 23.5 for example, then you get your green light come out, boiler will fire up. But if you want to set up the programming, this is what I'll show you. Okay, so now that we have set up the basic settings of the time and the date, now we can take a look at automatically scheduling when you want the heating to come on. So there's 3 different settings that you can have it in. So if we go to the time button again and just click OK to just run through all the settings you've picked already. So the 7-day or 7D, I'm just going to keep pushing these buttons so I don't, then it sends it back to the home screen. The 7D one means that you can make every single day different. So if your Monday is different to your Tuesday, and your Tuesday different to your Thursday, and etc., and it's a bit complicated, then that's the best one for you. 24H means that you can make every single day the same. So if your life's a little bit boring like mine and every single day is the same, then you can do that one, that's best for you. Or you can do a 5-day, 2-day split. So let's suppose that your life is just complicated and every day is different. We're going to click 7D, click OK, click OK, we'll just click auto to go back to the home screen. Then what we're going to do is we're going to click program. So here you can see we've got different times. So you see one is flashing on to 6:30. So this is the first time the day is going to come on. So you would use the minus and the plus to change it into 10-minute intervals. So let's suppose that you wake up at 6:30. So we'll tell the boiler to come on at 6, so it's nice and hot for when you wake up. Click OK. Then you can choose the temperature you want the boiler to get to. So let's suppose you want it to be quite warm, let's say 25 degrees. Click OK. This second time, you can look at it 2 ways. You can either have the boiler completely turning off, In that case 10 degrees is fine. Or you can have it so the boiler doesn't drop below a certain temperature. So let's suppose you want it to turn off at 8. If you want the boiler to just turn off and not come back on, leave it at 10. But if you don't want the boiler to drop below, let's say 17 degrees for example, the boiler will now maintain 17 degrees until the next time we pick. So we'll click OK. This can be the second time you want it to come on in the day. If you don't, let's suppose you're at work until evening, we can click OK to skip that one. Again, click OK to skip it. And let's suppose you get home in the evening, maybe about 6, so we'll tell it to come on at 5:30. You can use that to change the time. Click OK, and then you can then choose the temperature you want it to get to. Let's say 25 again. And then again in the evening, you can either have it so it turns off completely at 10 o'clock, or you can say I don't want the boiler to drop below 18 degrees at night. Let's suppose you like it warm when you're sleeping, then it won't drop below that. Or again, you can put it to 10, and then it would be off until the morning. So that's Monday. And then, like I said, because we picked the 7D in the time, it means every day is going to be different. So you can then choose to change Tuesday to whatever you want. You can go through all the settings, again, customize it how you want. If a few days are the same, let's suppose your Tuesday is the same as your Wednesday, you can click this copy button, and then you can choose here what days you want that to paste to. So if you want Wednesday and Thursday to be the same as Tuesday, then to click OK on that, and that will then copy and paste that. So that makes it a little bit easier for you. But again, if we go into time here, if you wanted to do it on a 5-day, 2-day split, we'll click OK, go to auto. Now if you look when you push the programming button, you'll see instead of it just saying 1 day, it gives you that 5-day split. So now for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, these settings are going to apply for them. Once you've done that, click OK to get to the last one. You can then do your Saturday and Sunday. And again, if you want every single day to be the same, when you go to that time button, just click the 24H and I'll make every single day the same. But that is pretty much the basics of it. So again, to go to the home screen, if you want it to run on that automatic timing that you've picked, click auto, and then that's it. Leave the thermostat as it is, it will automatically run during those times. If you want it to manually do it, click manual, then you click your up and down. Let's suppose you've got it on auto, but you don't want to have to fiddle around with the manual, you just want to boost it for a couple of hours. You can click the boost button, and if you know that the time is 2:40 now, click boost, it gives you an extra hour. You can push it up to another 2 times to get 3 hours. And let's suppose you've done it for 1 or 2 hours, then you can then choose the temperature you want it to boost to. Click OK, then it will green and we're getting a little boost. And that's it. That's a few of the different settings. I'm not sure how well I've explained that. I've tried to explain it to customers a few times in the past. Some understand, some don't. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to help. But that should be it for programming that thermostat.